Well, the AI, machine learning, and all the modern technology have emerged. All the people who are interested in pattern could get involved. Even the people, they are the lay people, they are not technical people, they are financial people, they want to invest in pattern. With those rating and evaluation machine, if you learn the quality and the value, you can invest because they don't have so many good target the land, the house, they actually now good profit stocks. So maybe they can invest on pattern. So pattern could be securitization, could be pattern, could be tokenized. Okay, but that's not today's topic. So you have seen the in-quality the pattern search. They can conduct pattern search, design search, essential standard pattern as well, and they help you to prepare your case, finding your patents, and also monetize your patent through trading, selling, licensing, litigation, monetization, whatever. So you are aware they have collected all the information from all the patent offices, update them, and they have cleaned the data and reorganized the data and prepare a lot of modules for you to read reporting, for you to get the report very quickly. And you can also customize yours report, but decision making is on you. You are based on those intelligence. You would like to transact your patent licensing or asserting your patent for suing people, or you want to develop into product. It's your choice. So they save time and there are more target search result. You can search by word. I just show you how to use keyword, but you can also use image. And you can have image plus keyword, and you can also specify spatial elements. That's the advancement of the technology. And you can use that for what? You can sue your competitor, or you can be the defender. You can design a run, right? You like these shoes, but you want to make a little bit difference. So you can quickly grab them all, and you click the shoes. You will know who owns the shoes, which class they have been registered, and whatever. So it's easy to access, very easy, and the analysis you can see. And in the pattern view, you can search full text, family, citation, history, and quality value as well. They will give you quality C, value B. Quality and value not necessary to be related. We expect a good quality pattern to be high value, but somehow it's not always. Why? Because if you want to make more money, you need to pay your effort, right? For example, if you are the most diligent student, the most intelligent student, you are not necessary to be the richest people after graduation, right? You want to be the rich, you need luck, you need efforts, you need another talent outside school or outside your talent, your school knowledge. So pattern due diligence, uh, although the machine can do for you, you better learn how to customize. Then you can be more precise. After I present you those pattern crowd, they have the set module there, and also have at least 2 dimension for you to analyze, but they have advanced tool but expensive. You have to pay when you want to use it. You can perform 3-dimension analysis. You can conduct more in-depth analysis, but they are quite expensive, but not as expensive as InnoGraph or Durban Innovation. And as more high tech they are more expensive. That's without words. So a comprehensive due diligence report, they must have critical business inside. So they have to cover the status. You are aware, Pattern Cloud can provide status, but not only Pattern Cloud. There are many tools that can do so. You can search technology. You can search IPC, CPC. Want to see IPC, CPC? Okay. I can show you. And for example, we want to see, we can quickly demo that, right? Back. IPC, international classification. We can search main IPC, sub IPC, hierarchy IPC. Okay, IPC, main IPC, start filter, start. In the second, right? So we know Pfizer patent mainly, so you have control minus, control plus. So this is for IPC. You can see Pfizer mainly apply in C07D or A61K. And this is the 5-step. So this is the leading IPC Pfizer have applied mainly in A and C because they are pharmaceutical company. If it's Microsoft, we go back to check Microsoft, check my students PPT. We can see he has performed Microsoft. So we can quickly view Microsoft's classification. Okay. Microsoft classification here. Okay, so this is Microsoft CPC. This is the European classification. This is CPC. This Microsoft, you can see there's many G and H. G is physics, H is electronics. And I want to show you. So and also this is IPC of Microsoft, mainly G and H because it's software companies, G and H. Pfizer is A and C. So what is the A, B, C, D, E, F, G? And we go back to my PPT. My PPT have international classification. I remember I've give you that. International classification here. Okay. So what is the international classification? International classification is a hierarchy of pattern classification. And it's the system over 100 countries classify content. And each classification is simple. For example, A01, B. So it's a one English character and two figures, Arabic number and English character, and two sets of the figures with slash inside. So if it's A here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, I move here. So A is human necessity, B is performance, operation, C transportation, C is chemistry, metallurgy, D textile, paper, E fixed construction, F mechanical engineering, lighting, heating, weapon, G is physics, H is electricity. Okay, so this is the main class, and they have the subgroup and the sections and subgroups. So this is the analysis. So due diligence, owners, historical highlights, quality values, they all can be generated by the modern tool. If you don't have those modern tools, you are actually out of the business because you cannot use human to search one patent office one by one and combine those data, conduct analysis. As you can see, I just finished all the information. In 15 minutes, 10 minutes, I get everything. And they can customize to generate the report so that you can conduct due diligence and type in the patent number on the, you immediately, you learn the party, you learn the parties, patent board, you can work with your colleague, histories and demo reports, and you can have quality insight. They could further analysis. I will show you. He will quickly analyze all company or all technology or specific technology profile, and they will tell you the risk factor in assure that. So for example, this is SAP. If you want to acquire a patent company, you want to acquire a company. If they have essential standard patent, certainly it's good. As we see, Microsoft purchased Motorola. They won his essential standard patent, right? And then thereafter, he sold the company. He grabs all the good patents, and he sold the rest of the factors, the equipment to Lenovo. So it's not a good case. Not very successful because China have a government has given a lot of support helping the industry to acquire a good company because it's too long. It takes too long to develop your own patent, and you need a lot of. We have to cultivate our own essential standard patent. But before that, we can buy something if we have enough resource. So as you can see, if you want to the SAP, per month, 700 US per year, 8.4 thousand US. It's inexpensive compared with the high quality tool. It's actually not very expensive. So here, pattern diligence example. So now I believe you already have experienced the access of the modern tools. So it's no longer, I believe you now understand what other professors, they keep talking machine learning, AI, blah, blah, blah. This is a true case. But only few clicks, human make decisions, right? You are the one make decision. You want to sue them, you want to abandon, you want to invest, or you want to file his son and daughter patents, you want to develop joint venture with someone else, or you want to cultivate more, whatever. That's based on your knowledge. But we need to have sufficient intelligence, and they are based on clean data. So the potential monetization patterns, the pattern report, so we can analyze. For example, this is the pattern number. So if family by this ID, then we can quickly learn it's similar to which company. So you can immediately learn which company may attack you, or you can attack them. That means you are similar, or they are pay attention to you. So this is the intelligence, the potential monetization pattern. You can sell them, or you can be sued by them, or you can have some collaboration with them. They could really trigger with their own algorithm. So they can generate pattern summary. This is more professional, because if you use Kimi, as I show my student report, it's not complaint. I ask them to try all kinds of AI, so they can share their experience. All these about 30 students together, so 30 cases. After that, they find out Kimi, 质朴清也 maybe more legal language, and the cloud very quickly, and Meta, well, they all kinds of experience sharing. So, but it's a 2 weeks intense course. We have 32 hours. I just finished last night the same time now. So the pattern cloud, they can generate pattern summary. This is really specific high-tech related to the pattern. But what we have just mentioned, those general robot, they can give you general legal background, but not in-depth technology summary. So they can quickly figure out the litigation patterns. Pattern involving litigation definitely involve huge financial potential. So they could be sued by district court, 60 case, ITC, could be filed as party review or inter-party review, and appealing to the pattern board of the PTAB, or just appealing board of the United States of Patent Office, or CFC, Court of Appeal for the Federal Circuit. And you can quickly get into those insights. After we see this, I need to show you another pattern info. Okay, back here. We can choose particular one. This is lapse. Lapse means they expire. That means patent is too old after 20 years. Abandon, they don't want it. Public granted. Okay, this one. A1. It's not approved. Patent granted. A1, US, granted. And expire. Lapse, that means they didn't pay the annual fee. And granted. Okay, it's Canada one. We don't want this Canada one. We want the US. We choose the US case. T3. D means design pattern. Austria. I want a US pattern. Where's the US pattern? Here we get a US pattern. So here you can see the pattern quality is D, but value is AA. So not necessary to be very good pattern with good value. If you have good market, you don't have to be perfect pattern. You can still be very profitable. And the risk not they could analyze that. So extended family citation, you can quickly have the citation. You'll be referenced by 46. That's definitely a good one. Extended pattern family. You can see his pattern family has many of them expired, some of them still available. So this is, you can quickly get all the pattern families. This is a big family. This must be a very important pattern. That's why family is big. have 3 pages, right? And this is simple family. Simple family means its own fighting for how many countries. Extended family, that means they probably have the father, parent, mother, grandma, son, daughter, grandson. They have the expanded family, so that's bigger. So this you can get a lot of insight, all in a second. So definitely you need to learn the new skill and learn how to work that perfectly. So we have learned experience some pattern analytics, and I would like to go to the case analysis because we don't have too much time, and I don't want you to get too bad too late. So I want to give you a quick example. In Microsoft case, we noticed one transfer period on 2014, and we can notice it's the year they acquired Motorola. Motorola has many mobile phone pattern, and a lot of them are essential standard pattern. And we mentioned the Microsoft get the best part of the pattern and sold the rest to China. So it's very bad because by the time China Lenovo pay a huge number of cash and equity, whatever, pay a lot of expenses to get Motorola pays and was expecting to get some good pattern, but by the time we don't have so many good tools. It was 2014, now it's 2024, right? 10 years ago. During these 10 years, the technology has huge boom. So we can't blame them because by the time even Lenovo want to do so, they don't have human to do that. It was impossible for human to analyze more than 100,000 patterns and identify whether they are good or bad, or whether they should be kept or abandoned. What is the best part, which should be expensive. And this afternoon, Dr. Gan have explained a lot of cases, how to evaluate royalty right and how to evaluate the royalty, whatever. Anyway, so you learn a lot from this afternoon. That's a brilliant presentation, but I believe you don't see the real case. It's just heard the principle. So you may still wonder a little bit. Now we give you the true case. I want to show you this case. It's Volvo, right? I want to show you a case which China has done successfully, acquire a good company with good quality of pattern. But of course, that's a recent case because now we have tool to support us. So the invest and acquire high-tech company is a competition and high quality and high value pattern, because you don't often have good things altogether, and you want a good price as well. So and also have outstanding pattern. That doesn't happen. It's rare. So in 2016, Honghai invest on Shop. That's a good buy. And media, this China media, Meidi, invest Germany Kuka. Very good, because Kuka is one of the 4 leading robot company. And that's very important for China as well. And Bristol Square, leading pharmaceutical company, acquire Collagen. Broadcom acquire Semantic Tag for its brand name and security system. Security is important. NVIDIA now is very popular. He acquired Israeli chip company, North. So now a lot of these companies' employee are on the warfield. And NSP Semiconductor, they acquire Marvell, Bluetooth. But the analysis and evaluation of the pattern assets for investment and merger acquisition that involves systematic search, that's for natural language. And then on the cross language, we have the advanced search, image search, standardized global pattern database, SAP. And through algorithm, we don't have to worry about it. Pattern expert, we do need to have some pattern knowledge to perform and to monitor those machine learning calculation, because final decision is based on us human, on analysis result and the meaningful, easy to understand the report. You have seen some, you see the report in this presentation I have given you, and also my students report, and rely on those processing on due diligence pattern evaluation, few clicks. Really, I just show you few click, right? Few click, you have various analysis, as many as you want, on thousands, tens thousands of patterns. and you can save our time, money, importantly, precious time. We can invest some more important things. You can have more time for your family and your health, doing some exercise, get yourself fit. Distinguish between high quality, low quality pattern, make accurate assessment for our decision to monetize patent, whether we should sue people. We don't want to use our patent to sue people and lose our patent being revoked. And in addition, we want to evaluate quality, include whether the legal status, we want good quality with long life. We don't want to buy a good patent, just expire next year. And pack good patent families as well. So for example, this, you will feel very much intimidated because just in few clicks, your eligibility, your novelty immediately will analyze this. Whether your patent could be vulnerable for eligibility, that's 35 US 101, or novelty, 35 US 102, or non-obviousness, 35 US 103, or indefiniteness, 35 US 112, because we can find 112, that means whether your specification have support your claim. So that's all based on the patent contents, right? So that if you have a good structure algorithm, grabs good information, you can definitely identify this. Now, whether it's non-obviousness, you have to search pattern and non-pattern information. Novelty, somehow you need a human to identify, because, for example, the software patterns, you can't be abstract idea. You need to have some improvement with non-human or non-mental outcomes as well and legitimacy. So 我们有很多中国同学，对不对？就是你的新颖性、进步性、产业利用性，还有你的权利项有没有被支持，也是像刚刚这样一按就知道，就是 few click immediately the whole product, whether your pattern, the weakness, strength, weakness immediately identify. So generally speaking, if we want to invest pattern eligibility and novelty issues, in old days it's time consuming, but now it's no longer, because if you have a correct algorithm, clean data, a good tool, it's not an issue at all. So we can quickly summarize them, examine them, distinguish them. So are you feeling intimidating now? I think by nowadays, after I have been in pattern field for, I think, 20 years, if you don't get smart, be aware with all those modern tools, you really be out of the market soon. It's very terrifying, right? And here, concrete identify potential target for potential portfolio. So this chart we have just said, these are pattern family, and we can quickly link it potential company, because they can quickly get the concept of the pattern and trace through all 100 pattern office to see where there are patterns similar to you and give you the grading. This in pattern crowd, they only give you the grading A, B, C, D, right? But in IPU, they give you the percentage. You immediately learn how many patterns they are similar to you and similarity percentage. So that's very precise. But still, you need a lot of human being to conduct the enforcement. Okay, if you want to conduct merger acquisition, you need to construct industry, product, technology structure. So compare, analyze, evaluate global patterns. You want to buy a patent, a company, you need to analyze their global attributes. So I have shown you the country profile of Pfizer, and we also have seen more Microsoft just half an hour ago. And which country they have been filing, who is the important inventor, core technology solution, new technology alternatives, whether there have been patent transaction. And I want to show you patent transaction as well. I think those two will make the patent world transparent. We show you one, main IPC transfer here. If you want to know how many patent has been transferred, reassigned, just a few clicks. So you see 1 second, right? 7,764 patents in Pfizer has been reassigned. How many have been pledged? 1,500. And if I click it, I can quickly just get all these patents exported and analyzed. Therefore, they acquire from Upjohn. So definitely you need to learn all these tools. And you need to learn what's their specialties. So you need to conduct industry, product technology structure. You have to follow what they have been filing. So now you are aware, A45D, that means A is for necessity, and there's a different, you can see during this year, these companies trend, which field they have been focused on. These are the international classification. And the international classification, we have just explained that. We also have to conduct competitor analysis portfolio. For example, if it's hairdressing, anyway. So you can compare with direct company, for example, Pfizer and Sanofi. That's another case. Pfizer and Aventis, or Pfizer and Merck Shandong, or Motorola and Microsoft, or Lenovo with Microsoft. You can compare their patent quality, right? So this is a patent quality or patent value, and this is the number of the patent. You can conduct a head-to-head comparison. And this is the quality value number. You are aware we have done the analyze patent quality and value for your potential target. And also we have to have the net present value analysis. Here is the remaining life. We need to learn this the potential targets remaining life, so we can calculate how much extra we have to pay to maintain those patents. We need to learn when they will be expired, which country they allocated, and how many, the number and the year and the country, so we can have the machine to calculate how many annual fee we have to pay to maintain those patents. So there's a chart, and also Volvo. So Volvo have been acquired by China. Are you aware of that? So we can find, okay. China in the past 20 years have done a lot of meaningful merger acquisition. So, okay. Volvo was founded in 1927, but after the financial recession, Volvo was sold to Ford in 2008. But Ford also experienced the financial burden, therefore he resold Volvo to China Geely Group. Geely 汽车, okay. So Volvo belong to Geely 汽车 now, and they have they sell a lot, but Geely 汽车 allow Volvo to run independently. So there may not be many people knowing Volvo is already a Chinese company. So this is a very few cases China enterprise acquire good patents and also good company. You may buy a good company, but the people inside, they have already steal a patent sold to someone else. That happens before those modern tools exist, because nobody know which patent is good or bad in those days. It was by guessing, by expert, but whether the best expert is telling the truth, you never know. So this due diligence instantly grabs Volvo cars patents. This is a very good deal. We want to show Volvo continue to acquire other patents. So this is the Volvo car patent profile. They have currently applied 5,000 new patents. They have 2,400 patent families, and they have been selling. This is the market information we get from the corporate website. So they have been selling very well in Europe, China, North America. So you need market information. That's the strength of the Innograph. Volvo would like to acquire Regal. So if you want to acquire any company, you want to analyze their profile, patent profile. So we analyze Regal. So this is the country application, right? So the allocation of the Regal. And you can also show them in this chart. You have the list, you have this chart. You can also show them in Gantt chart or bar chart or pie chart. So the distribution of a good quality patent, we can analyze good patents. They have good patents in China, US, but many design patent, because car, they have a lot of good designs as well. And patent application, so we need to know where they have been continually applied patents, and also the remaining life of Regal, so you can negotiate a price, right? You want to buy a company with good R&D, good sales allocation, good patent allocation, but good price as well. You don't want to pay too much, so you have to calculate. And you also have to learn those patents remaining life, expiration date, and where the patent technical field. So this is their IPC. For these car companies, you can see their international classification are different. They file in B class. B is traffic, F 物理电学嘛 ，F 是照明 ，B 是交通 ，G 是物理 ，H 是电学。所以 this is a general vehicle, combustion engine, engine component, checklist, land vehicle, major testing. So this is the patent allocation of international classification for Regal. And as you can see, this is the technology trend of Regal. You need to analyze that. For passenger safety, they have applied a lot as well. So you want to buy a company, they have the specialties which you don't have, so you can compensate each other, have a better synergy effect. So they have a lot of patent on the passenger safety and patent transactions. Or from the transaction dashboard, you can also learn what patent is you have been transferred, right? 有哪些被移转 you can check that quickly in Patent Crawl. And also compare with competitors. Tesla is famous, right? So this is Tesla's technology trend. So Tesla is not very now compared with BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Honda, Toyota. It's a young company, so you can see. You may wonder why they have this old patent, because they acquire other companies' patent. But what they have done is mainly for these 10 years. So they have a lot of patent in H field, because they are electricity car, right? So they are patent many apply in H. So you can analyze that, and you can have the due diligence, important patents about battery, find a good battery patent to analyze patent family. Also, due diligence for patent family. So they have more than 5,000 patents. This is Regal. This is the company Volvo would like to purchase, and Volvo is belong to Geely, China. Patent quality and value indicators, we have to perform that, and diligence, we have to compare. So for Volvo, we would like to see the main competitors, definitely Toyota, because Volvo is already a China company, and in Asia, Toyota is the number one. So Toyota's patent class mainly in B60. So you have to have some and you have to analyze Toyota and finding some patent which Toyota did not file too many. So then if we have any patent dispute, we can cross-licensing to each other. Cross-licensing has been mentioned 2 days ago by one of the speakers, 就是交互授权. So there was a negotiation, because sometimes if Toyota sue you, sue Geely, or sue Volvo, or sue Regal for patent infringement, then you can say, I have another patent which you don't have in specific area, so we can cross-license and make appeal. without bothering each other's business on the market. They will impact the stock price. That's no good at all. And for the bad pattern, you can, not very good pattern, you can sell them or abandon them, so that you can save costs for your resource to more important patterns. So this is, we can quickly analyze that. So if the pattern, they have the eligibility and novelty issue, you better abandon them now. Don't pay extra. There will be a waste, right? So you can quickly analyze the Regal. Find out they have 33 patents have eligibility problem. 172 have a nobility problem, novelty problem, non-obvious problem. So you can abandon these 36 problematic pattern and keep those safe pattern or good patterns. And for potential target or pattern portfolio, we can analyze that. Here we can see Ford. Ford is the #1 competitor for Regal. And then you can see GM, Global Technology, Toyota, Honda, AB Volvo, Robert Bosch, Beige Motion, Weber's, BMW, Hyundai, Korean car, Jaeger, Audi. So you would quickly learn what is the similarity, the similar pattern, similar technology, leading competitor to Regal. So if you don't want to buy Regal, you can come to these two, but they are the leading company, right? So you may not able to afford. Ford is not for sale, I believe. Toyota will not for sale. Honda, they also represent their country, so they definitely they will sell to the foreign company. BMW as well, Honda as well. So this is the competitor analysis. You can find out your leading competitors, and also the first potential target of the pattern portfolio of this Ford model. So there will be some influence for both model of the same pattern, and secondly, and third and fourth are well known. So that means the meaning here, Ford, GM, and Toyota, Honda, actually everyone is well known. So Regal cannot compete with them. So Regal better find a stepfather, stepmother. So they better sold themselves to Volvo to make themselves more powerful, or you have someone to depend on. And if it's worth nothing for the number of patents cited for those automobiles from Volvo is still higher than the patent of Volvo. So you can compare the quality, compare BMW, Robert Bosch. So that means the patent family, compare with patent family's number. We can have head-to-head comparison, customized comparison by yourself. The summary of Volvo Motor actually is in Europe, Sweden, right? And market sales strategy is very, very good, and very good reputation for the brand as well. And the patent layout sounds great. And the patent portfolio has not been subject to invalidation procedure. They have filed, because European, they don't file a lot of patent. American, they file a lot. Japan, Korean company file tons of the patents because they feel insecure. They have to file a lot of patents to secure their market because they was attacked by US, right? Since 1960s. So they think they better fighting more. But gradually, they have learned to file good patent, abandon those not very good patents. And of course, the U.S. patent, review the U.S. patent previous case, which has been cited in the course being challenged, except the scope of U.S. patent right. They are different from the scope of the Earth patent application. And the scope of the right of a patent family member other than country will be affected by those previous case. So whenever you go to litigation, you have to be very careful, because once you involve litigation, they will be globally, and they will become the precedents and impact your future cases. So the value of the overall patent portfolio is high. And its potential target for Ford Motor, General Motor, and Toyota Motor. So you may feel not so familiar with those comparison because it's your first time to see those charts, right? But you have 122 people in the group, but I only have one teaching account. I have one account for myself, research, and one for teaching. This from Pattern Crawl. They heard I am going to give this class, they give me an additional one. So each one can take time to test the account. If you don't want to be kicked out, you are searching some others, some interesting case. You can inform your other classmates you are working on pattern crawl, and after you finish, you also make a note that then the other people can get logged in to use. If you did not inform other people, and the next one log in the same account, you will be kicked out. Then, but we have informed. We have just told people. I want to show you this one. So just one thing you have to be careful. Okay. So every time you log in, because it's effective until end of September, so you can always try. I want to submit here. You can type anything you want. Okay, here. You must say yes. If you don't say yes, you will delete other classmates' cases. So you must say yes, right? Please. So just remember this and you must apply all. So this is two important notes for you because this is a shared account. Okay, we continue our. So after we get all those charts, those templates, we need to make the analysis based on those notes, those figures, percentage. This is the profile you need to give a comment to your superior or your client or for your self-confidence to continue your daily work. And then that's the general introduction for due diligence concept of the report. But after we have all this information, the most important thing is we have to make impactful decision. Otherwise, we cannot start our contract negotiation. So here, there are other things we have to be very aware. The contract information, if we are conducting merger acquisition. We use various contract information that will allow us to correctly evaluate the true ownership of patent right, true ownership, because we have the patent crawl, apply the even the name after change or before change, or current assignee patent rights, circumstances under which patent right or cannot be exercised, and condition that may affect the future monetization value. So we suggest that when you start negotiation, contract drafting for merger acquisition, we will suggest the contract information to pay special of to the patent contract term, such as employment. As we mentioned, we will check the inventor. It's very true. Previously, we have a speaker who have been nominated many times for Nobel Prize. He's an employee of IBM. And every time IBM sold their franchise to other people, they insist this doctor cannot be sold. So you have to check the employment, appointment, and joint research development, or whether they have some academic people or academic cooperation with the university, additional contract settlement you have to deal with. And the project involve the ownership patent application as well, if you want to implement your patent right. And the contractual provision involve unilateral or cross authorization, or there any third party involved, or any promise not to sue. A lot of Korean patent or Japanese patent when they sold, because they actually file too many. You know how many patent Samsung has? We checked 2 days ago, 1.5 million. They don't need that many, so they have to sell some patent. Conditionally, they will say, I will sell you my patent, but you cannot come back to sue me. Otherwise, that's why Canon never sold any patent. You never know who is going to sell your patent, and your buyer may sell to someone else. If we look at the patent, okay, we can check because it's clear information. We go back to check Pfizer. We want to go back. Transfer legal status. We want to see the patent reassign. Assignment. And the next one, assignment, number of reassignment. You see, their patent, they have been resold or assigned 10 times, right? These two patents, they have been sold for 10 times, and they have 6 patents has been sold 8 times, and 8 patents have been sold for 9 times. So that does happen, right? So you have to be very careful because patent could be from someone else and come back to sue you. You don't want that. So that's some financial guarantees. So this is not patent, but the legal contractual provision, we have to be very careful. So the promise not to sue and the covenant provision involve financial guarantee. If I was sued by someone else, you need to compensate me, right? And fee information for master various patent fees. For the remaining year, we have to calculate in how many countries, how many of the patent in, and how many year left. We can expect what extra we have to pay later. So the service fee, official fee, and the infringement litigation, whether damage could be involved or any chain information. So only by analyze the position and distribution of the patent in the chain, then we can evaluate the value of the company, all the patent monetization, and the patent and the conditions. So we have the recommendation to analyze include the position of the patent, investment chain, innovation chain, merger acquisition, distribution of patent industry, value, supply chain, and the patent quality as well, right? So it's necessary to pay attention to the fact commercialize if the right is by the third party. For example, pharmaceutical company, and they have the new drug marketing, and all of pharmaceutical product is in the third stage of FDA review or commercialized standardized essential patent. If no commercialization, no monetization. So we want to do the job well, we must sharpen our tool. We have to pay. There are a lot of free patent software, but somehow you have to be very careful, right? You can see those patent clause is the pay. You have to pay. But in this class, you don't. You have 3 months to try on that. But for Kimi, for ChatGPT 3.5 or Gemini or Copilot, for the moment, you don't have to pay, or Meta Law. For those, you don't have to pay software. If they make mistake, they also don't report for your damages. So you have to be very careful. Okay, so do we have other tool rather than pattern? Of course, we have, for example, if you want to check whether they involve engagement and any other similar, they all call fruit of the loom and have similar drawing. So you can have the naming. This is a tool called naming by Devin Innovation, which just acquired the naming tool. So they can quickly check for you. They could quickly check through that whether they have use this, whether they could check identical, or whether your registration on other class or phonical, one letter added, one letter changes, one letter change phonical prefix, middle word. So this is the algorithm they have done for you, suffix, phonical suffix, identical. And quickly give you the chart, same, just a second. You know, in Europe, there are how many similar to you, exactly identical, or with elements similar or other classes. You clicking and you will see the detail. So whether the similar trademark is registered in Lebanese states or international registration, you quickly understand if the wording is not, but they still look similar, right? If you look at that, the 5 bottle look the same, but if I make it larger, they are different, but they still look similar. They could infringe your trademark. So the perrier, sexier, crazier, fruitier passengers, you can use a Sagis. That's another tool. So they could have the dictionary, non-dictionary, acrominal, identical or phonical or dictionary, vowel exchange, consonant sequence, different suffix, infix, different algorithm to find a similar infringer for you. Quickly, also in a few minutes, you can have the global potential infringer, or you have to design around because it could be one of them inside. So which citation, which class, which country, who is the owner, which service, which good, all listed. And you can also make a note, customize to also the trademark, the drawing, you can quickly search. And they can give you can choose database as well. You want to choose a specific country because they charge you by the size. So if you choose too many countries, it will be very expensive. For those trademark software, you pay for the cases by volume, you pay by volume. Not like patent crawl, you pay by month. And you can have the drawing, you just drop the drawing, and you can have the type some wording, the service or product, or you can have the code. If you're not familiar with the trademark code, they give you suggestion as well. So you see how smart the AI are. They could give you suggestion, or you can fill in. And if you like to learn the litigation, you click in the name or claim the case, patent, trademark, either one, brand name. You can immediately learn the global litigation. And you click in, you can see all the documents. So therefore, you are, I don't know how you feel about the IP work right now. No matter it's SAP, standard essential pattern, no matter you are doing quality review or quality insight is the part where you search the novelty and the eligibility, obviousness, or specification check whether they are fully support your claim is fully support, and due diligence. So there are many technology may not be patent all, but the patent may not all standard patent. But if your patent happen to be essential standard patent, then you are very lucky. And you can quickly type in the standard or technology. You can quickly learn what are the leading countries, how many patents they have, and allocation and which country, because the royalty, the income based on how many volume have been used in specific country, specific region, and how many patent number to calculate the overall royalties. So it's not difficult for you. You can have all standard. You can also check, for example, 3GPP for 5G. They have different standard and how many patents involved, what percentage share. That's exactly this afternoon Dr. Ganham mentioned. And the tool, they will give you this chart. Then you know the percentage, the share, the number of patent, the location of the patent. So the modern technology, they have made the actionable pattern intelligent to support you. Of course, they are machine learning powered by semantic search. They could have timely and accurate pattern life cycle. They have a proprietary pattern matrix. And you can have double matrix analysis, multi-dimensional analysis, and it's a true. They can show you the true pattern quality, because they really dig in the pattern office's document and make a comparison. So they unlimit the design possibility. You can have image as keyword or side-by-side comparison for design around or finding infringer in the work. We have experience advanced search. They can give us a keyword, right? We can choose keyword. For example, protein, they give you so many other words. Even the people in this domain, they may not know this much related keyword. They help you. And they also reduce the technology entry barrier. And the language expansion, we have shown you correlated correlated industry companies. Therefore, AI big data support patent litigation. For search file wrapper, assist with valid issue. They help you to prosecute history, post-grant claim construction, alarms, subject matter, prior injection based on what grant, and they could offer you semantic prior search. So they can search more and more advanced relevance, help you to evaluate competitor or attack. And they can support claim chart creation, invalidation, supplementary argument. So it's obvious they make the decision with greater context. So they save your time, reduce costs. You say it's not expensive. It's not inexpensive, but much less expensive than doing all the work by human. And even doing work by human may not be sufficient and may not be timely enough. So optimize legal strategy, prepare case faster, minimize the refusal risk, identify class and available search and watch, estimate likelihood of success. Therefore, a lot of benefit, freedom to operate, the clearance opinion, and the right associated with patent owner, the transparency, they make the transparency of the patent. So patent infringement could be the biggest liability for seller. We can design around, collect necessary patents to enrich our portfolio through merger acquisition, licensing, settle, or generate new IP, provide evidence for current environment, avoid willful infringement in the future, current search, compare with device of the claim, review file wrapper, value our target pattern, freedom to operate anyway. So we can easier to design prototype, design freeze versus manager to fix or launch, follow-up product with fewer feature, promptly after receiving case or desist later, and after litigation starts. So for the acquisition process, much easier, utilize process, threat and opportunity. We can have more clear and strong support, and we can support business product objective, support investment and competition for competitive advantage, support decision making. Most important, freedom to operate. But will we be replaced? We will not, only if we learn how to work with AI smartly, and then we will not be surpassed. So now it's 9 o'clock. I'm wondering, do you have any questions or any more tests that you would like to run? How can I show? How can I can stop sharing, right? So then we can see if anyone have any questions. How can I see you all? Yes, here. And
no question.
any questions? No. Okay, no questions. So now it's 9 o'clock. Dr. Kun, you want to ask any questions, or you want to see more cases, or you want to try on any particular topic you want me to try on Patent Club? Or you want to have a good sleep? If it's in China, it's 9 o'clock. 玉婵，我们要结束还是要再继续？
请问同学们 any questions you may want to conduct, please just type in the chat box. Any questions? And I know you are all in the chat group, WeChat group. So if you have many questions, you can also type in the WeChat group, and I will collect them and send to the professor.
Okay, thank you very much. I will share you the account in WeChat, and I will send you the operation procedure. So you can try for the rest of the 3 months. The account will expire in September, the end of September. So thank you very much. Thank you, Yuhan. 谢谢. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
Professor.
Okay, bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Bye bye.